me the name of your film and tell me about it.
76 Days. It's based on the book Adrift, 76 Days Lost at Sea, written by Stephen Callahan. It's about he was sailing his boat and it crashed in the middle of the Atlantic, and he floated in a life raft completely across the Atlantic Ocean for 76 days. And it's his harrowing story of survival and a human spirit story of how to continue going on.
Oh my God. What do I say? Tell me about it. What were you feeling during those days?
Well, it's a long experience, so it's super highs, super lows. It was an adventure a very long time ago, actually, in 1982. So it was before cell phones and all this stuff. And I was a young man looking for adventure, and my thing was boats in the ocean and living simply on the water. And something went awry, and there I was. So for me, always going to sea is always kind of a bit of a spiritual experience. It's more than a bit of a spiritual experience. It really is. And learning to live off the environment, as I say, I was basically living like an aquatic caveman. And I was lucky enough to get through it and be able to extend that experience and speak for a lot of other people. We all go through survival experiences, and even though it's considered somewhat unusual, it's the universal story.
My goodness, I want to ask you so many questions, but I think we better have everyone see the film.
Yes.
And we want to leave a little bit of mystery here so they go see it.
Sure.
As a cinematographer, can you talk about the challenge of filming this?
Well, actually, a lot of it, I shot a lot with an interview and got to meet these fine folk. And Joe actually was also the main cinematographer, so he was a recreator of his body in a solo situation in the raft itself. But it was just really nice to get to interview, to really understand who this man was and is, and then just just getting Joe to be able to fuse it all together to make sure that it's just the story gets out there. So
amazing story of survival. What, aside from the obvious, what drew you as executive producer? What drew you to this project?
I've known Stephen in high school for 55 years. We were on the track team together. I had a dream one day about 5 years ago, vivid. First of all, I'm one of his best groupies ever, and Joe did such a good job doing this film. It was amazing. But I had this dream because I'd followed Stephen, from day one, right? Mm-hmm. And I just, for some reason, I woke up and I said, I got to go get the book again. I'd read the book about 3 or 4 times. Uh-huh. So I get the book. Bam! I'm completely turned on. Contact Stephen. Stephen finally gives me the green light to contact Joe. I contact Joe, and we fuse together. And Joe has done such a spectacular job on this thing. It's been amazing, and I've just loved the art that's been created by Joe and Stephen and Eric. And it's just a piece of art. It's a beautiful piece of art. It shows human perseverance and true grit. True grit. During research on the book, I interviewed a gritologist, and he still wants to get Stephen to do a test on how gritful he is, because he's going to break the Richter scale. It's going to be. It's not going to be. Oh, I do.
And how does it feel to have your film here at the Santa Barbara International Film Festival?
Oh, it's wonderful. This has been an amazing experience. It's a great festival, and it's just been, and it also happens to have a really big sailing community, a lot of whom are familiar with Stephen's book. It was a New York Times bestseller, so it's actually a well-known book. So it's been really satisfying to have it in front of this audience, and it's an amazing audience here.
Well, we're so glad to have you. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Enjoy your time here. Thank you.
Thanks so much.